and welcome to Best of the Bottom. We're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. I am the Reverend JP, and this is Diane with your. You need to unmute yourself. Well, Diane unmutes herself here on Best of the Bottom. We drink some cheap booze so you can too. But before we officially kick things off, we have a little special thing that we like to do here. And it is called the Bag of Doom. In this bag, we have a handful of random shots. And once we reach into this bag, we have to take whatever shot that appears before us. The good, the bad, the indifferent. It is ours and ours alone. Oh, shit. String got caught. Diane, you always go first. Reach across the interwaves.
Oops, shit. Okay.
And you totally messed that up.
Yeah, well, I can't figure out how to.
What? You use the same camera and computer all the time. What has gone on?
Well, I'm never in the same place.
Well, quit being a hermit.
What do you mean? That's the opposite of being a hermit.
Jesus Christ. I am. Oh, wait. No, not hermit.
You silly bastard.
Whatever.
I'm a rambler.
Yes. You are a Dodge Rambler. Now I have gotten Paul Masson Apple Brandy. All right, so this is going to be an Apple-tastic event here. Because tonight we are also going to be drinking Jack Daniel's Tennessee Apple. Tennessee is known for their apples, as somebody said. But even before that, when we do our pre-show shot that we get from the Bag of Doom, that was a 99 apples. All I am drinking is apple shit tonight. I guess it works. Nothing's gonna clash for me. Dan, how do you feel about your clashing beverages?
I don't know if you did it on purpose or not, but it kind of felt like you did, but you gave me everything I hate.
It was Bag of Doom. The Bag of Doom has spoken. Cheers.
I mean, I watched you hand them to me.
I just reached in and grabbed them. Oh, this ain't bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. Not in one tiny bit. It's enjoyable.
99s just kind of aren't enjoyable.
What did you get?
99 root beer? Oh yeah, I didn't even say it. Just was like, this is shit. I don't want to have to drink it.
Those are pretty terrible. For our next segment, which is also sometimes terrible, we have a little thing that we call shit. There it is. It is time for the adventures of Florida Man. What we like to do is for our Florida Man segment is I find headlines of what a Florida man has done to get himself arrested or end up in the newspaper. And on this week's adventures of Florida Man, this comes from the lovely city of Gulf Breeze, right near where I used to live.
Ouch.
A slice of pizza convinced Gulf Breeze man to end police standoff. the little subtitle of this thing is "Suspect Accused of Harassing Family with Coldplay Lyrics."
Wow.
Now, you see, this is just I don't think people realize Coldplay has the largest fan base in Gulf Breeze. It's obscene. It's ridiculous. This is the home of the Gulf Breeze fan club. And you see what happened is this Florida man, this he was walking through the parking lot of the Publix, singing his, lovely Coldplay lyrics of his favorite song, Coldplay, we make music, I don't know any Coldplay song. Ooh, yeah, we're great. And I think we're European. I think we're from the UK. We make shitty EDM like music, that kind of stuff. And he was just getting down. He was just jamming really hardcore. And this family was like, "Oh, are you singing Coldplay? You disgust me." And this man cannot stand for such harassment from a random family. Like they know music? Like this 3-year-old who just barely learned to poop in a toilet knows good music? Duh. Duh. Pshaw. This family jams Baby Shark on the way to the beach. What kind of example is that to set? Especially considering this was where a shark attacked a small child in 2005. What kind of insensitivity is this? This is a travesty. What an asshole family. This man could not bear what had happened. And, he snapped. He snapped. The big old rock of meth he smoked earlier didn't help things. But he followed them home and he traced their whereabouts. And that is when he snuck in one night and put loudspeakers all throughout the house and just sat in the garage and began repeatedly singing crappy Coldplay lyrics again and again and again. So much so their ears began to bleed and their eyes were frothed with shaving cream.
Oh, Jesus.
It was mayhem. It was maniacal. It was madness. And he kept them. The SWAT team came out. The Border Patrol was there. The Coast Guard. The FBI. Even the X-Files showed up. Mulder was there. Scully had a previous engagement. She couldn't make it. But the smoking man showed up too and hid in the shadows very menacingly because Pensacola is a hotbed for UFO activity, much like Roswell. And that's beside the point. But as they held this family holed up for hours upon hours, days upon days, weeks upon weeks, it is exhausting to sing Coldplay lyrics with such intense passion. Who could forget the great jams like "We're Coldplay," "Hey, we're awesome," "Balls in Your Mouth." You know that song. Everybody loves that song. But he was getting famished. He was getting exhausted. He had nothing. He just left Publix. All he did was grab a bag of trail mix. That doesn't last. A man cannot live alone on peanuts and chocolate alone. They got a phone to him and they began tempting him. And surely enough, a slice of pizza from Sparrow that got left out on the counter overnight was enough to tempt this man to give up, to surrender. And he went away in cuffs. But he felt justified because he honored the band he loved so dearly. and they will never hear the tales of this Florida man because they are too famous and don't give two shits about him, and they have a restraining order. The end.
That's sad. That's sad.
It's a true story that I just made up right now.
I miss Sparrow so much.
Yeah, they closed our
Like,
Sparrow down.
it was one of those things I didn't appreciate when I had it, and then when it left, I was just like, God, I want a piece of Sparrow.
You don't know what you got until it's gone. Thank you. Thank you. Be here all night. Now, Diane, would you like to get into this beverage? Because I'm going to get very ranty later. I was offended and insulted by TikTok, and we will get to this later. But we are going to have some of this Jack Daniel's Tennessee Apple. And we have discussed before on this lovely podcast on how whiskey and the parent family gets us rowdy and raving, and not raving like not the glow sticks raving, as in the angry, the lunatic, the stabby kind of raving. Well, nobody's been stabbed in the parent family, but
not yet.
There's lots of fire built up within me. But
Tonight
then
could be the night.
There's some redemption. And
except for we're not together, so I'd have to drive over there to stab you. Deborah's here. I could stab her.
Please don't. This is recorded.
We'll
Evidence.
see.
Dan, did you put yours even in the fridge?
No, it's just been in this box sitting on my desk. I was just thinking I should have just opened this beforehand. I don't know why.
Enjoy your warm Jack Daniels. Enjoy your warm Jack Daniels.
Unless you legitimately tell me to refrigerate this shit, I assume it's fine.
I feel like refrigeration is the best chance this has, as whiskey is not our friend. Whiskey is not our friends. It's not. It's just whiskey does not go well with these two.
Just plop these bad boys here.
Now, I don't have high hopes for this. I'm going to be honest with you. But I will drink it, and I will try to make the best of it. Mostly because whiskey has led to some terrible nights.
Yeah, see.
Prepared?
No, I'm not prepared.
I will say, though,
you gave me the worst shots to start off with, so my stomach is already not happy. And then I'm like gonna put some whiskey product inside me, and I just feel like I'm gonna start off already.
Well, it's your turn to puke on camera. How about that? How about that?
I'm gonna try to make it look
Catch me outside
and artsy as possible. I'm gonna like do a spinning.
You gonna paint the room?
Yeah, see if I could do like a infinity sign or something.
Do your best.
Put the hands all artsy.
Now, Diane, did you get your shit ready? Get your shit together. Do you have your shit? Okay. Cheers. Tally ho.
Tally ho. I thought this was going to be so good for a second because as I inhaled, it tasted like kind of happily, but it has whiskey and then nothing. It's just
yeah, this is This is no bueno.
Sorry. This is I'm afraid. I have a Jolly Rancher, like a green apple Jolly Rancher in my purse, and I just feel like, yeah, if I plop that bad boy in there, we're fine.
So
It's
this is 7% alcohol per volume on this thing. It's whiskey and natural flavors, and it's a crafted cocktail with Jack Daniels, Tennessee apple, club soda, and a twist of lemon.
it just reminds me of like because it tastes like whiskey.
Yeah,
So again, it just reminds me of like
it
I don't
just
know.
it reminds me of vomiting in the morning and having a headache.
Yeah.
Oh,
It reminds me of throwing up, wondering who I've pissed off this time,
I should have got the Bud Light next.
who went and got themselves slapped.
I should have got the Bud Light next. That's what I was gonna go for, you know. And then I thought, you know what? Let's get this. It'll be fun. I thought.
Here's the thing also I should add. I've been drinking a lot lately because vacation. So I've been pretty fucked up for the last couple of days. My stomach is so fucking raw right now. I'm like, this is the last fucking thing I need.
Well, I could have got the Bud Light next. Those are only 4% alcohol per volume, so they're not as powerful.
I had a red wine night last night that I think just destroyed my stomach. And now I'm just like, and now I'm trying to do this whiskey thing, and I just don't like the flavor because it reminds me of just how awful of a human being I used to be. And
it reminds me of all the bad decisions I've ever made.
yeah.
I would say majority of those bad decisions were made with whiskey.
I'll be honest with you, I probably made more dumb decisions on vodka, but the flavor doesn't bug me.
Well, that's because vodka doesn't have a lot of flavor. That's the beauty of vodka.
So I feel like the lack of like I can cover that shit with anything, and I don't even taste the regret. Whiskey is kind of hard to cover up the taste of shame, you know?
Yeah, whiskey is the taste of shame. That's my opinion, but that's just because I've done many shameful things with whiskey involved. But I mean,
Is this what brought you to the gods, Reverend?
this is what brought me to all the deities. Nico Nico Ni! Why, hello. Thank you for joining us. We're drinking this terrible beverage Jack Daniels Tennessee Apple. It's a crafted cocktail, crafted in somebody's butthole that ate a lot of apples. That's what this is. And then aged for 4 years. So I think you get the idea of where the rating system is going to go with this. Ah, why do you hate it?
I love that you hate it because like I saw it right away and I was like, what is it? I was like, you look like Boy Meets World. And then
I got
well,
all
but no,
praise.
well, the first thing that out of my mouth was you look like a supervillain.
Yes,
And then
and then I look like Sean from Boy Meets World. Uh, well, my hair was getting too long to do the side part, so I'm changing it to the middle part because I'm growing it long. But you know, well, you can't win them all. You can't win them all. Ah,
he did try to he stole my boyfriend with that hairdo though. My
that is true.
fiance.
Yes, Maverick loves it. I wish he was in the chat right now to defend my hair. But
Every
alas, he is going to go see two mediocre bands
he's
tonight.
seeing Volbeat? Is that it?
Volbeat
And Ghost.
and Ghost. So Like both bands are very meh.
with uh Blue Solo Cup and Moonbeam for Hire.
Yes. I don't know. I feel like Volbeat is like I don't know. I don't have an opinion on them. Like I said, if they come on the radio, I probably won't change it. But I don't have a need to seek out their music on any streaming service. They're whatevs. Whatevs. The concerts. I just miss concerts in general. The whole world tried to end, and it's trying to end again.
I don't know where
Uh,
me and concerts stand just because I'm not as limber as I used to be, and I'm afraid that I'll explode if I get
I
anywhere near a mosh pit.
hate this. I hate it.
Did
I
you hate
hate
it
it.
more than Bang?
I hate it. Well, Bang, I don't hate the flavor. I hate the ethos. The oh, the Bang is just this has 7% alcohol. Bang, everything's outdoing you. Oh, Bang, I hate this. I hate Bang. I like their caffeinated beverages, but ah,
Well, like, cause I like to go to
you know what? You do you. That's all you can do. Be the best Nico cupcake you can be.
I agree.
So,
Whenever I go to concerts, I'm like, I like to be floor and I like to try and work my way to the front.
yes.
But last
But
time I
that's a
hurt
bad
my
idea
knee,
if you're going to what's that dude's name with the concert and the travesties? Travis Scott.
Travis.
Travis Scott! Travesty! Oh my god, it's right there! It's been there the whole time! Why could we not see it? Jesus.
More like, why couldn't he see it? Ayo. Okay, let's move on.
Hey.
And so yeah, but like the last time I hurt my knee, it hurt so bad and it has been so like wonky that I'm just like, I really don't want to hurt myself at a concert anymore. But I'm also like, I can't go to a concert and sit in seats.
You also have marshmallow knees.
Yeah.
So
So, but it's like one of those things. Like we went to see Bad Religion, and I like did my norm,
yes.
and it was pretty good. But I will be honest, there was a dude and his like girlfriend that took a couple bumps for me.
Did you throw
So
some people in your face
no, like this one guy was with his girlfriend, but he was also like, "I'll make sure you don't get like pummeled," which is
Oh.
fine. I appreciate to some degree because when somebody takes a crazy hit for you, and you're just like, "Thank you, dude," but then like when you're just trying to have a moshy time, and then some dude's just like, "I won't let anybody hurt you," and you're like, "Dude, I came here for this," and then it like that gets frustrating. But I'll be honest, there has been times where like a crowd surfer has just whizzed by me and somebody's just been like, not today. So
I just
it's just
realized
it depends on the situation.
the name of this is Apple Fizz. It says it right there.
Yeah,
Ugh. There it is. I just
that's
saw
what
it.
it tastes like.
No, it doesn't taste like Apple Fizz. It tastes like apple butthole.
Crapple fizz.
Crapple Fizz. Yes. Crapple Fizz. That's what this is. Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
I've
Terrible.
taken, I've taken one
Fucking
sip and I'm
terrible.
like, we got four of these. I think I
Ugh. I know. I should have just I should have just gave you two. I had two, but no. I decided I want to be nice. We'll have four each. We have four each, and now we got four bullshit drinks. When we could have just had two bullshit drinks.
yeah, we both should we should have went like whiskey tastes like shame. We're not
Yeah,
gonna like this no matter what.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know what we're thinking.
So we don't
I
need
don't know what
four.
this was foolish. This was a fool's errand.
My mouth is so dry though.
You know what it is though? Let's just think about it. I think I think the middle part looks weirder when I'm not wearing my glasses. Because I'm looking at myself and I feel like it's making my eyes look beadier. I feel like I should do the entire podcast like this.
I feel like, well,
Does this
I
look
don't,
more natural?
no, because you're also,
I'm
you're also kind of going like,
just
you're
trying to
like
make my eyes look
overcompensating
less beady.
with the rest of your. You just kind of need to keep raise the eyebrows high. Here, I also have beady eyes, so here's my tips. You just maybe
Is this better?
yeah, yeah, I think so. You also raise your voice like this. Helps keep them up longer.
Dan,
Mm.
are you ready for a little bit of damn it? Booze in the news. Oh shit, hang on, banner.
I'll have me some of that.
Booze in the news. As we all know, the world's trying to end again. For I don't know. I'm tired of world-ending events happening. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of that. It's just, how many generations have seen this much shit happen?
Probably a lot.
I don't know. I wasn't alive then, so I couldn't tell you. I mean, I guess you have the Cold War. Either way, because the Russians are being Russians. Actually, not the Russians. Putin's Putining. He's Putin all over the place. He's the Ukraine. It's why I mean, he said he's going to do this, and everybody thought, he's just being a crazy Russian. No, motherfuckers just busted into Ukraine, fucking shit up, being an asshole, being a fucking cunt. But I would say this is more of a symbolic thing than it is an actual. I'm pretty sure banning Russian vodkas across the U.S. and Canada is not necessarily going to be like life changing for Russians. I think there's other things going on, but I do, I appreciate the symbolic gesture that we're doing away with the Russian vodka. Uh, although now I have mixed feelings because I was saving this bottle, but now I feel like I shouldn't. I don't know. It's the shooter from the other night, but yeah, Russian vodkas are being banned like Texas. I think like all over the damn place. Finland has jumped in too. Finland has banned.
Or are they being banned, or are people just choosing not to sell them?
Well, there's places choosing not to sell them, but then there's like legit states that are just banning them. In Finland, it's like legit banned. Although the one picture that I had found, oh, this isn't it. One of the articles, it had a bunch of people pouring a bunch of vodka into, I want to say, it definitely looked very European city. They're dumping it into one of the rivers. And that was a lot of vodka that dumped into the rivers. There's going to, like, at some point, are we going to have another alcoholic river like they found in Hawaii with the ABV of 0.4%? Are we gonna have that situation, but it's gonna be a full-on river, but it's gonna be like a 1%? I mean, that's a lot of vodka. How drunk are we gonna be giving fish like alcohol poisoning? But it might be marinated well. I don't know. There might be some good tasty fish. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be, but
I don't know how much like alcohol a fish can drink before it's like can enter its oxygen system. You know?
go through the gills. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel
Probably,
like
I feel like would burn maybe.
oh,
Like
I
that
feel
would
like
be like cigarettes for them, and
you
also like
have a bunch of
alcohol.
alcoholic fish.
It would be like
We're gonna
swimming
get
through
DTS
alcohol
and
for,
have
for them.
seizures from all the Russian vodka being dumped into the sea. I mean, what if this is Futurama, where they got all the little Bender clones and they're all tiny and they start rearranging molecules and all the water becomes alcohol? I mean, fermentation. I mean, what if it's like, what if every time you did, oh, it'll be like the medieval period all over again. Everybody's gonna be drunk as shit all the time.
Oh God, what an awful time. Like things just make sense when you think that like sometimes people were just drinking alcohol to like hydrate.
Yeah, I mean, because the water, then all the bacteria, so it had to be beer and wine. So I mean,
If you've been to bars, there's a good chance you met somebody who was just like so fucked up.
uh,
I, I think I can get
I
used
hate
to
this. Sorry.
it. Another passionate.
Every time I take a drink, it just there's been too many bad decisions made on whiskey.
Now that I know that it has a whiskey taste, I just prepare myself for the flashbacks, and I just
But like I've had, of course, this was before I've gotten drunk as shit and hated whiskey. But I used to love those little Jack Daniels mixers that you get. They have like a watermelon flavor, looks like a Jack Daniels wine cooler. I used to enjoy those. I
I
was
don't
thinking this might be similar to that, but it's not.
I don't think I've ever liked a whiskey flavoring, but I could tolerate it more because I just wanted to get drunk, I guess.
Yes. Yes, I have seen some of this Ukrainian stuff. People, there's been lots of Ukrainians stealing Russian tanks because they run out of gas. Um, because they can only get so far into Ukraine and then run out of gas. And like,
I just
but we're gonna get to TikTok here in a bit. We're gonna get to TikTok. I have some things to say about TikTok. There is some things that have upset me, and there it's gonna get really fucking ranty. So, but yes, I've seen that, and some of the Ukraine. This is gonna there's gonna be some tie-ins with some of the stuff too. But this I it's gonna get ranty. It's gonna get ranty. But yes, I have seen that, and that's fucking funny though. I loved how the farmers like. I've seen a couple of videos of farmers just running off with Ukrainian tanks. There was some girl that just straight up just hopped into a tank that was parked and took off with it. You know, fuck you, Putin.
yeah.
Anyways,
What a time.
what a time. Pandemics, World War III. Oh, you saw the ban one? This is part two. Yeah, but like I said, there's gonna be a rant. There's gonna be a rant. So we'll get to that here in a bit. Dan, your thoughts on Russian vodka being banned in many countries as a symbolic gesture of fuck off?
I think that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can support them with, actual aid, yeah, I enjoy a gesture of you know,
The only thing that I feel kind of sucks though,
can't help you, but also we stand. We think you're in the right.
the only thing that kind of sucks though is like I feel bad for some like a good chunk of the actual Russian people don't want any of this. They don't want any of this shit to happen. And you get these like craft Russian vodka makers that are now shit out of luck because the rest of the world doesn't want their booze. And you know what? I feel bad for you guys, but
I feel like to some degree, some of us felt like this when Trump was running amok. But
ugh,
it's just how it goes. It's one of those things like, yeah, I guess I empathize with the Russian people, and I'm sorry that this is happening to them as well. But also,
yes.
like, I don't know what to tell you, kids. You better. I don't know what to tell you. Honestly, I don't. I know
You
nothing
got
about
rid of the
nothing.
czars. You need to get rid of the Putin. I don't know, but that's my booze in the news thoughts there. That is my booze in the news thoughts.
I mean, we weren't. Well, I don't know. I don't really know nothing about nothing, so I'm not trying to say anything about anything.
I've kind of followed some of it. I kind of was following a lot of it. I've been following a lot. Like, so the craziest thing I have to say though is I think I mentioned this earlier is like we live in an age where there's so much information videos that are being shown in real time. And once again, TikTok has the benefit of being able to people are able to post and go live and show this shit actually happening right here, right now. Like during World War II, you had to rely on newspapers and newsreels and like going to the movie theater and catching the news brief before your movie started. Like shit was not in real time. Like you had no idea what the fuck was going on until you found out weeks later, months later. Like shit would happen and then it would get, you know, trickle down and eventually get. I mean, this shit happens right now as it's going, and it's fucking crazy. But now this brings me to TikTok. So I I I posted a video recently on the Tickety Talks, and we actually we talked about the whole story. We talked about the whole thing previously, and that was this situation.
Okay, that's not supposed. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it. Okay.
Oh shit! No, 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 no. All right. So we talked about the whole story. I gave the whole thing of the car fire and us trying to help put it out and everything. You can check it out on the podcast called Life is a Car Fire, which I think is the podcast 2 weeks ago. Either way, either way, I posted it and I posted the original video, which like it did, it's done so so. It's got 651 views. This one hit 63.8 thousand views. It blew the fuck up. It was going nuts. And then all of a sudden I check my status and it says it has been taken down for violating community guidelines for violence and graphic content. I fucking lost my shit. I'm not gonna lie. I was heated. In 2 days, it blew the fuck up. Now I know this is trivial. It's petty. It's a stupid thing to get mad about. But at the same time, I'm trying to do some stuff, grow an audience. We're trying to make things happen. I'm trying to do some things, and having this video, it helped. It's putting bottom class out there. It's putting the Perico brand out there. It's putting us out there. And not only that, this is an event that we actually did. And honestly, if that would have just caught fire, because when we saw what happened, nobody was paying any fucking attention, including the guy driving the vehicle. Had we not acted as quickly, this could have been way worse, because that gas pump was actually, that guy was pumping gas in his vehicle as it was burning. It could have been devastating. We acted quickly. We did something, and it's an interesting story. It's an interesting story, which I did post all the full stories up on TikTok too. But that's beside the point. That shit was nuts. And it was pissed me off that they just decided, fuck you, which I do think somebody reported it. I don't know who, I don't know why, but I think it got reported. But I do have to say one more time, the video was taken by somebody that posted on Facebook's community guideline, Las Cruces Community Watch. It was posted up there. I got the video from there. I didn't record the video. I just handled the fire situation. I kind of wish I could have got the full video, but I was too busy doing stuff to just put a video up to get the whole thing recording. Priorities, lives.
Kid.
But you're itches. But dude, I was so pissed. But what really pissed me off the most is when I was trying to appeal the ban. I was trying to dispute it. I was doing everything I could to be like, fuck you guys. Like every time I would click the thing to dispute it, it kept saying, couldn't reach the servers, couldn't reach the servers, couldn't reach the servers, over and over and over again. So I sent all these messages. I sent a handful of messages to reporting a problem. Finally, I signed into like the computer. I signed into the MacBook. I signed from my phone. Then finally I signed in on my iPad. Finally, I was able to file the appeal. They fixed it in 30 seconds. Like legitimately, filed the appeal, and it said, your video is available. And I posted another video all celebrating that the thing was posted. But the thing that sucks, though, is because they did that, it really slowed down the progress, and it has not really grown since. And that kind of sucks. Now, granted, there's also some other shit going on. But the most upsetting thing is it was saying it was violating.
Granted, there's also some other shit going on.
Well, there's some other shit going on now, too, but, the world. But my video was still kind of growing as this Ukraine incident happened. And the thing is people are posting all kinds of stuff that's actually happening in Ukraine, which is legitimately violence and graphic and all kinds of stuff. Now, I have a different opinion on that. I do feel like we need to see that stuff because I think a lot of people, especially here in the US, when it comes to wars and all that stuff, we don't actually see what happens in war. We get like the Hollywood version. And it's good for us to be like, oh, this is some bullshit. Maybe we should rethink some things. But that's a whole different situation there.
Yeah, I think I think there is something to being able to see all this stuff coming out of all these different places. Well, not all these different places, the Ukraine especially.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting. And that's a new development kind of for us humans. So
yeah.
That's pretty cool. But also I mean, bummer.
Yeah. But I'm also just saying, you can't be like, hey, this is violent in a situation where we saved lives, as opposed to a situation that's going on where people are legitimately taking lives and saying that's okay to show. Two different things, which are both kind of newsworthy situations. This is just like local news, and the other things like global news, because this Ukraine thing definitely does have world impacting implications. But that's that was my rant. I just had to really get that off my chest. I was just so mad the day that it got taken down. I was so mad. I felt, and the worst thing is, I felt dumb for being so mad about it, but still being mad about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's because Grant, like, I work hard trying to put stuff out, and finally, the one thing, actually, I guess technically, I still worked on this situation. We did there was a lot of stuff that went into it, but it just pissed me off. Censorship is bullshit when it doesn't make any sense. That's the main story. Censorship is stupid when it makes no fucking sense. Do you have any more thoughts on this shit?
I don't do the TikToks.
You should. You should do the tickety talks.
I know that's what everybody's told me this week. It's
I mean,
just been like get TikToks and TikToks and TikTok. And I was just like, I don't know, I had it for a while and I just didn't care for it. And then they were just like, she was like, you gotta start liking shit. That's how it ends up being good, is you gotta start
yeah, because the
bringing out your
algorithm
things.
the algorithm finds the shit that you like.
I'm just like that. But do I have, I just don't have that motivation to be like, oh, I'm gonna sit here and go through a bunch of shit to find.
You'll find some good stuff.
Probably someday.
Because my TikTok feed is fucking weird. It is weird. Like, because I like so many things. So like, I get the weirdest videos sent to me constantly. Some stuff is just weird. Some stuff is funny, weird. And then I ended up, like, for a while there, I ended up in lesbian TikTok forever. I still am in lesbian TikTok because I think we've covered this before. That look, TikTok apparently thinks I'm a lesbian.
Mm.
So,
I'm
but I end up in like weird shit TikTok. Like I get all kinds of weird stuff with puppets, and like there's this one thing that had like The Rock and Kevin Hart as puppets, and it was, I just don't even know how to describe it. It was just so weird. I constantly get the weirdest fucking shit. It just, it finds me, and you know what? I enjoy it. And then I get a lot of political stuff too, because I get very like fight the power. Sometimes, anarchy and shit. It happens. Are you
just
ready? I'm going in for another one. Prepare for a violent outburst.
getting past it. I think the more you drink, the better it tastes.
No! If I was drunk, I might enjoy this more. But I'm not at the level where it
It's
should be.
it's getting more tolerable for me, honestly. I think I can do it.
Instagram thinks Nico's a dude. I guess that kind of shit happens. TikTok, Instagram thinks you're a dude. TikTok thinks I'm a lesbian. Uh, you know, algorithms. Those daffy bastards. Oh, this really just makes me want to vomit.
Yeah, like I told you, like I said, I've been drinking for like the last couple of like days, maybe like 3, 4 days. I just feel like this is not the thing that my stomach needs right now. like
You know what? That's true. That is true. You know that. Valid point. Valid point. I'm just a lesbian trapped in a man's body, I guess. The disappointment.
I've also been chain smoking like crazy, so I feel like my voice is fucked up. Like I woke up, we went to the bar, we sat
Hey,
out.
Morty,
Yeah.
can you get me another drink?
We sat in the back patio and I woke up the next morning and I was just like, oh yeah, I was definitely sitting out in the cold smoking a shit ton of cigarettes. Like, it's like I feel so stuffy and just like shit. My lungs feel just awful. Like
Oh, that's the worst.
I'm just like, damn, I feel like I'm sitting here just like I'm just like I've gone too hard.
It'll make
I
you
mean, I'm normally kind of nasally, but uh definitely
extra nasally today.
yeah.
Ugh. I don't like these. I don't like these.
I think I'm getting used to it. I really do. I think you just gotta take bigger swings each time. Sorry, but it also makes you burpier.
Well, I like the first half of it. The first
You like
half
the first half?
has a lovely apple flavor to it. And then it gets weird, and then it's whiskey. It like hits you in phases. Delightful crisp apple, weirdness, bullshit. In that order. Ugh. Ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh,
Fair.
I just got a notification that Joey has liked my TikTok. I don't know which one. but the computer went, and then it said, Joey liked your TikTok. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate you. Thank you for liking my TikTok. I will like your TikToks one day if you have any. I think I have liked your TikToks.
I was thinking about doing a center part in solidarity with you,
Yeah.
but I don't even know if I could.
And honestly, I was gonna wear my glasses for this podcast, but the problem is this new ring light that I have, it's like all ring light glare all up in the glasses. So I was like, well, you know what? I'll do no glasses. And now I feel like my face looks weird.
Where's the center of my freaking forehead?
March 25th. I work Fridays, but I will see what I can do.
Can you hear my cat?
Oh, that's a payday too. That is a good choice. I will have gotten paid right before that. That is a wise time. I get out at 5. So I should probably actually take off the next day. The day after. That would be the wise decision. Yes. So I have to take off the next day. And it will be good times for all to be had. I just don't like this. I really don't like this. I'm trying really hard, Jack Daniels. I'm trying to give you a fair shake, but my whiskey bias is getting in my way. And that I think that's a struggle I'm having right now. And I think that's always going to be a problem we're going to have on this show. Is there's always going to be a whiskey bias. So we could probably find the best whiskey, anything that has ever been made in all of time and space. And because of that whiskey bias, it's going to be, that's bullshit. Always. We'll make Friday happen. It'll be fun. And particularly Jack Daniels. I think Jack Daniels and Evan Williams are the two beverages I've gotten the most fucked up on and have ended up making terrible life decisions. Because when I drink Crown Royal, I don't get as upset.
Yeah. I guess I would say, like I kind of said before, vodka I probably made the most or like most bad decisions, but whiskey I've made the biggest like bad decisions.
And Fireball, which is a whiskey, but oh my god.
Do you get angry
Fireball,
off of Fireball, or you don't get angry
How-
off of Fireball?
Fireball just makes me be weird. I don't get angry.
It just makes me sick. It's like one of those things that I can't just drink. Like people who just sit there and drink Fireball, I'm like, I can't.
I mean, Fireball has radiator fluid in it or something like that. I remember the American-made Fireball has some sort of chemical in there that's also in radiator fluid or something. I don't know. The internet told me, so it's got to be true, right?
That's how people get you to buy the unwanted Fireball shots.
It's
I've been out and I see people drinking Fireball a lot.
fair enough. Fireball. The thing that was nice about Fireball originally is you get Fireball and it's like you can take the shot and it doesn't. The cinnamon covers up a lot of the hurt. There's also, if you're gonna go with the cinnamon whiskey, there's better ones. But I don't really like any whiskey these days. So I don't know. I don't know.
If I have to do something flavored like that, I'd probably do like a peppermint schnapps.
Schnapps.
I'd
Peppermint
probably
schnapps.
do something like that versus just because it makes your mouth smell nice.
Do you want some rumplemint so you can make it snow? I just wanted to make it snow. Oh, that's a classic internet video. I just wanted to make it snow. Sorry, random. Every time I hear rumplemints, I just think of that.
I can hear that video in my head, but I'm like, I don't know what happened in that video.
I want to say she like opened up like a fire extinguisher or something, which ties back into my video. You know,
Oh yeah.
fire extinguishers. So, absinthe. Diane. Diane.
Yes.
So, I will say, I don't know about the hallucination of absinthe. I've had absinthe, I've never hallucinated. And I will say, it does have a different type of drunk. But Diane.
Yeah.
You have ruined me on absinthe.
Oh. How?
How
have I done that?
This has actually evaporated. I have not drank it down this far. It has evaporated to where there's barely anything in here. It was up here when we last took a drink.
I like how you say
actually,
it's evaporated when you live with like
some of it evaporated, and Jesse has taken at least a shot out of it. But ugh. So the difference between the OG from overseas and from the US is what gives it the green color. It's not the wormwood, because the wormwood is what they always justify it as what makes you hallucinate. Um, the what gives it the green color is what the hell was it? It's it's the plant that they use to make the the absinthe turn green. What they dye it with is it's got higher concentration overseas than you here, and it's only by a 4% difference. So Lucid is probably one of the best brands you can get here. There's a couple other brands that are pretty good too. Um, I enjoy Lucid. I enjoyed absinthe until Diane made us take straight shots of absinthe, and I told her it was a bad idea. I said it was terrible idea, but no.
It was great and fun and fantastic, and we won't do it again.
I hated myself the next morning. I hated you the next morning. I hated everything the next morning. It was awful. It was awful. It was almost as bad as this whiskey.
Yeah, I do recall being pretty fucked up. I don't know if I was puking. I can't
Oh,
remember.
motherfuck!
What?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Ugh.
not shit.
I just
Okay.
spilled all the shit in my keyboard.
Cause Justin's a dork.
I did. Ah, shit. Shit. What? Ah.
Oops, sorry.
Ah, my keyboard's gonna be sticky as fuck. It's a good thing I got a wireless keyboard.
Oh god, everything's gone to shit. Sorry.
Everything went to shit.
Well, I'm trying to plug in my
Now,
keyboard. Or not
as
my
a fat,
keyboard. Oh, my
as a fat guy, I don't ever recommend going to bed without eating, because then you just wake up hungry and you eat some ridiculous snacks. And you go to bed and you have heartburn. And what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, is it sounding horribly?
Yes,
I'm trying to plug it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What did you do?
I'm trying to find where my charger is.
Did you not plug in your computer?
Of course not. Why the hell would I do that? It's not like I'm doing a show or trying to entertain or anything.
Jesus, you are a terrible co-host.
I'd dispute it if it weren't true.
I'm gonna turn this. Oh, God damn! I spilled so much. Oh fuck! I just spilled the bag of doom. The doom bag is all over the floor.
So like universe just leaking out. Destiny.
Yes, Destiny is spilling all over the floor.
I love you.
Ugh. I'm cleaning this up with my Ghostbusters shirt that I wore last week. Oh, the chaos, the mayhem. The mayhem. Okay. All right. Crisis averted. Maybe. Then, do you want to talk about this Creation Museum thing?
Sure.
So, this has been bothering me for weeks. Our mother and stepfather has gone to the Creation Museum in Kentucky with our aunt and uncle, and I I don't not believe, like, I'm a reverend, so I believe in higher powers. But sometimes I feel like the Creation Museum is a symbol of what is wrong with the world. Like, it's not what's wrong with the world, but is wrong with this country. It's just like I love mom, but I feel like we're losing her to a cult. Sometimes I don't.
I know I've been through this before, so I'm just kind of like,
Yeah, I mean, I just I have so many thoughts and I don't know how to express them properly. It's just one of those.
I'm happy for her.
I mean, as long as she's having a good time, and she's not an asshole about stuff. She's not like some Christian people that are just obnoxious. But it's just one of those things. You do just yeah. It's a I don't know. As soon as mom said she's going to the Creation Museum, I was just like, why? Like, I was just watching a whole thing about that guy and just some of the propaganda that he has all over that place. It's just very like,
Yeah, but that's like it's kind of in her wheelhouse. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like that's she's gonna propaganda it up. That's gonna be so fun. Her
uh,
she's going with her sister.
yeah. I
I,
guess
I just I think it's nice because they're going together. You know.
I do. I find that's nice. I find it's a nice little. It's a thing. It's bonding. It's just you know.
I can't wait for her to tell me the shit that's in there.
That's true. I mean,
Heard something about the ark, and I'm just like, what? What the fuck is that gonna look like?
yeah, this guy built Noah's Ark. But I will say this: I kind of, out of my own morbid curiosity, I want to go there and like film stuff and bring it back to the YouTube channel. But I don't want to give him money. So, just because the guy that runs it, there's kind of this like there's some racist elements. There's just some shitty like misogyny elements. There's just a lot of elements that comes with the Christian fundamentalism that is involved in all that. And I just don't want to I don't want to put my money towards that stuff. But at the same time, I do want to just go there and rip into it. Because, oh, some biddies. I wish I could put it on screen properly, but this thing on Stream app doesn't show the bits the way. But thank you, Nico. Nico, Nico, Nico.
Ooh.
It's just, I I have a theory. Okay. So
Mhm.
now I feel like some of the most horrible, fucked up shit happens in these ultra Christian church, the Catholic Church, the IBLP. I mean, how many times you have these hear about all these like powerful Christian leaders getting in trouble for defrauding people and child abuse and sexual abuse and just horrible, shitty, terrible things due to people. Now, if you want to look at this as a Christian perspective, one of the things that you always should saying is the devil's greatest trick is convincing you he didn't exist or he's not real. Is if you think about the way the Christianity is laid out, that the only way to heaven is through forgiveness of Jesus and you know, accepting him and baptizing and all this stuff, it kind of lays the perfect foundation to be a shitty human being and have the excuse of, oh, well, I've been baptized, so I will be forgiven for treating people like shit and being a racist and a homophobe and all these horrible, horrible things that happens time and time again. So I feel like if anywhere where Satan is the most prevalent and the most powerful would be within the Christian church, because that whole area believes they're above reproach. They were sanctified by God, and they do all these terrible things because they can just take a bath and they're forgiven. And it is the perfect way to just wash away your shitbaggery. That's just my thing. Like, if there is the true incarnate of evil, it's going to be within the Christian church, because everybody's so convinced that they're sanctified and they're righteous and they're doing God's work. Wars,
I'm not sure.
it's a horrible thing.
I'm not sure, like, I feel sanctified or anything like that, but I will be honest. I do enjoy the fact that it's like, I could just be like, whoopsie daisy, I'm sorry. It's like, you are forgiven. I'm like, that is a plus to
Well,
that part of that religion.
there's a certain part about human fallacy, and we do stupid shit all the time.
Mhm.
Make mistakes, we're foolish, whatever. You know, we're not perfect.
I like a religion that doesn't hold me to too much, I feel like that's perfect. That's just perfect. I can fuck up I'm like, cool.
I get
That's
that.
nice.
The problem comes is when it becomes it's your excuse to be a shitbag.
Yeah.
That's where the problem comes in. It's becoming more prevalent. Like, especially in the last few years, it's just been so ugh, ugh, ugh. That's all I can say. It just is. Now, you know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. It just, it just, it just, it's just the way it seems to play out. That's just my thoughts. Your thoughts, Diane? Just I don't know.
I just can't wait to see well, I can and I can't wait to see the photos.
that
Cuz it's going to happen anyway. She just takes photos, and anytime she goes on vacation, it's like, sit
oh yeah,
down. Let
she
me
takes pictures of everything.
Yeah, she's already been sending me photos. So I'm getting some of the photos as it happens, which is good because then I'm already seeing the photos, so it's not going to be too long of a slideshow. But
I definitely get this statement. I believe rituals help keep the sanity, but it's stupid when they try to force you into doing everything. And that is definitely the Christian way. Is if you don't believe, we're gonna smack you with a fucking Bible.
I think I don't know. So far, I'm just happy for my parents as far as them and that goes because I finally found a church that appreciates them,
Yeah.
and I think that is hard to find.
Yes.
So I'm happy for them and for that. They seem to be kind
Definitely.
people. Yes, I also. But I think she found a place where she belongs and it makes her super happy. And she
Yeah.
feels fulfilled in life. So that's
And honestly, you can't.
and she used to go to church and there'd be like shit talking afterwards. And I'm like, see, that's just not a very good
That's a
place
bad
or
attitude.
time.
Yes.
I'm like, if there's a, I'm like, church sometimes can bring the cattiness and just
Yeah.
um
And especially now that she's
drama.
retired. Now that she's retired, it's good that she's doing stuff to keep her feeling fulfilled and happy, and I have no problem with that. I have no. I think that's all great, and I don't even hate on a lot of the Christian faith. I still believe
I would
in a
love to
decent amount.
do.
I have a problem with the corruption and sketchiness that has come upon the Christian faith.
I went to Meow Wolf and I did ecstasy, and I'm like, let's go to the Creation Museum. Let's
Oh
do that shit
yeah!
next. Let's go. What a time. What a world. Like, let's fucking go. Yeah, that's not a sober Diane thing. That's a like a no. I feel like we'd go there under like, I don't know, somewhat shitty pretenses of just kind of somewhat just joking around and like
What? OMG girl, one family member who was super religious approached my family at church and told them I was having orgies back when we used to live in the trailer behind the house. Well, first off, if you're having orgies, hey, you know, good on you. But if somebody's coming around spreading stuff out, that's some bullshit.
well,
But
church.
even
I
if they're
do think
having orgies, there's nothing wrong with an
church
orgy as long as everybody is consenting and of the right age and having a good time.
church is like a place where I think people do love a bit of like drama, and people go to like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
I heard about so and so,
Oh yeah.
and my how do I describe this? I remember one of the people working in the nursery got kicked out of the taking care of the kids and everything because it was back when MySpace was the thing, and she had like provocative pictures on her
I
MySpace, and she got
I
kicked out
remember
of the
that.
whole. And that's the thing, everybody knew about it. I was a child, I knew about
Yeah.
it. Like
I remember that.
it was insane to me. Like as an adult now, when I think about it, I was like, that was crazy that I knew that about. And then it
Definitely.
was like, oh,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just saying. Yeah. Don't be a rat. Snitches
yeah.
get stitches.
I don't know who found out about it or whatever, but it was like it was none of anybody's business. And I guess well, it was posted on MySpace, so she made it some people's business apparently. But like,
Yeah, I do remember. It was a big old thing. I remember mom talking about it because it
yeah,
was yeah, it was
it was just like, oh, so and so's getting kicked out of I think the whole fucking church, honestly.
well, she was banned from being able to watch the but see the thing is the
Because
thing
she was like
is,
watching like the babies.
yeah, but just because you got your titties out on the internet doesn't mean you can't watch a baby. I
Yeah.
do remember that whole thing. Oh, damn it. About time you showed up. uh,
We appreciate you.
pretty much. Yeah. You son of a bitch. No.
It was it was pretty crazy. I just remember being like, because the girl, her daughter was already having a hard time in the church anyway. She didn't really fit in.
Well, I
So
think part of
she
it
was
too.
already having like
I think
issues.
I
And
think part
then
of
that
it.
came out and it just was like all of everybody knew.
Hello. But I think
Hello.
if I remember part of it too was also I think she was married and I think there was an affair going on too with somebody else.
Yeah, they found out like because I guess she was looking for other males during that
Yeah.
time as well. So because they were separated,
Yeah.
but like she hadn't really told people in the church, I guess.
Yeah, and it was a huge ordeal. But the thing is if I remember correctly, the dude was doing a bunch of stuff too, and that's where purity culture becomes a problem because it all fell on her. But homeboy was slinging sausage like it was fucking a New York hot dog stand. It was, you know, why does she? Because she wants to show off the goods and find another mate, but he can sling sausage, and it's like,
I
oh,
remember hearing there was a
sorry, I forgot you were hungry.
I am hungry too, dude. I would love a hot dog. But
I just I just ate my taco and the beans and rice I had left over before
I
we
ate that
started.
earlier.
Did you? You're half a burrito.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's not fair because I remember all that stuff going down because I think she was the one that used to watch Kurt because I think Kurt was in there and and I remember me and Mandy like, oh Jesus, oh no, what's gonna happen?
Well,
I
and I
mean,
also remember there being like some sort of like hoopla about what she was wearing in the pictures. Like she was wearing leather. That's the
yeah,
that's the devil's fabric, leather.
and she was smoking the devil's lettuce. How dare she?
But yeah, I remember that as a child in church. That was the conversations going around. So
Yes, I remember a lot of that stuff. I remember, and I do remember, you know, behind the scenes, me and Mandy being like, because, well, you know how me and Mandy are. Like, I don't think it was that big a deal. When we first heard that she might have been having an affair, we're like, oh, that's kind of messed up. At the same time, it's why is it everybody else's business? Why is their personal life the church's business? Now I kind of get the whole thing. I mean, Facebook was new, that social media was a new thing. So I kind of get the whole idea of, you know, what you put on the internet can bite you in the ass wasn't as a fulfilled thing yet. Of course, even from the right off the rip, I was kind of like one of those people that like, eh, I don't I'm gonna like even like I've never posted every little thing on the internet. There's a lot of stuff I just
I
I
was
don't
like
need to be
in
reminded of.
I was in like maybe sixth grade because I think I was in youth, and that's how old you have to be with the
Yeah.
teens. So I just remember probably being like, "What the fuck happened?" and just being like, "Oh shit, where can I find these pictures? Are they still like
I do remember because as soon as me and Maddie
whose
found
mom
out,
did what now?" Like,
first thing we did was find her profile, and from what I remember, they weren't even that scandalous.
really?
They were like,
Well, my youth teacher had to quit because she got pregnant out of wedlock, and she was the nicest, kindest, inclusive woman. Like, cause like in the when you're in the church, a lot of times certain people's families rule shit,
yes,
you know?
yes,
It's like and she wasn't from one of those families. Well, yeah, really she wasn't. She was just a cool person.
yeah,
And she was like a really respectable lady, and she just happened to get pregnant out of wedlock. And they were like, she can't teach you anymore because she sets a poor example.
Ugh.
And then after that, I was just like basically an outcast. And I just remember being like, damn, at least I was a part of something for 2 seconds. Like,
You felt belonging, and then it was ripped away
and
from
then
you.
it was just like, sorry, she can't. She had sex before marriage and now she's having a baby. So,
That is a lot of bullshit. There's just so much shit. Like I think the only thing that like because me and Mandy got married right away, suddenly we were like, "Oh, you guys are doing the right thing." Because there was another couple that had a similar situation. They were in high school. They got knocked up. One of the guys is now an arson inspector here in town. But I remember they had a situation like that, and they kind of got pushing to get married. I don't even know if they're still married to this day. They might be, they might not. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Because that happened. And then the next year, it was me and Mandy.
Yeah.
So, just, I don't know. Just some of that bullshit is just such
I really think
bullshit.
they did try to push him to get married, and I think they were both just like, we're gonna see what happens. And
Yeah.
I think if they would have said, "Hey, we're getting married," gotten married before like people really found out about it. But I don't know too. I guess it was going around. So I don't know. It was a crazy thing to do. Like, I understand it's a church, so that's why that happened. But I was also just like,
Huh.
that's actually pretty.
That's some weirdness. You don't get married. You get married. That's I don't know. People are weird. People are strange creatures. Very strange creatures.
Yeah. I know, like, mom has told me that she was like, I regret pushing Justin to get married like so young. She's told me like I just wish I didn't put that on him. Probably because y'all got divorced, but
Yeah, that happens. But Diane, two things. I got to race like a piss horse, and we need to rate Jack Daniels. I only drank one of these.
I haven't even finished my. Oh, I have.
Hey!
Hey! I'm gonna have another one. You know what? I'm at the point where I can have another one. I think I'm used to it, but I would not buy it again.
Will not buy again.
But I think it is mid card.
Really?
Yeah, because
Well,
like I said, I have issues with whiskey, so I feel like my emotions are swaying this. If you like whiskey, this is fine. This
yeah.
is, but I don't like whiskey, so it's not fine.
I feel
So I
like
think
you're
if
right.
I'm being objective
You know
here,
what? I'm gonna let you go on your thoughts because I've got to pee so bad. I
okay.
should have peed before we started.
I would say mid card. Cat outside my door. I'm sorry. Like I keep hearing my cat somewhere, and it's Jack Daniel's apple whiskey is good for making turkey. That sounds really good, actually. I like a good boozy meat. Like that's tasty. But yeah, I would say I think it gets better as you drink it. I just don't want my whiskey things to taste like whiskey, I guess. If it's got flavor, I rather. Yeah, I'm just not a whiskey person. Honestly, every time I drink it, I just it does like instantly kind of churn my stomach, I think. Yeah. If it was an injectable, maybe, but even then, like I said, I've had some real like my mom was always like, I don't drink whiskey because it makes me angry. And then I started drinking it, and I was just like, I get it. I don't drink whiskey because it makes me angry.
I feel so much better. I've been having to race like a piss horse for the last 20 minutes. But
I know I'm gonna have to be too soon.
my thoughts on this is had I not burnt myself out on whiskey and drank it too much, I would actually be enjoying myself right now. The problem is I got way too fucked up way too many times, and whiskey has become a thing. But I'm gonna put myself in the mindset of I'm still enjoying whiskey. Everything's all good. I like the Tennessee apple, so let's bring myself back.
Yeah, open another one.
It's 2011.
Let's do
We're at
this.
Q time. We're shooting some pool. And I said, "Hey, what's this new beverage you got?" "Oh, it's Jack Daniels, Tennessee Apple. Would you like to try it?" "Oh, yes, I would. Thanks, Angela. That's awesome. Let me give it a sip." This is delicious. Can we get
It's
some pool
drinkable.
balls?
Yeah. I think if somebody had this at like a birthday party, it would be like that would be, or like any party you show up, they're like, we have these. I would be okay with this.
You
I
like
would
your
hate it
drinks
at
like I
first.
like my women? Mysterious. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's actually a decent beverage. I guess, I only hate it so much because of my feelings on whiskey. But
I
like I
think
said,
the more you drink, like the more I'm drinking it, the more I'm like, okay, I don't really even taste the whiskey as much as I was when I first.
I,
It's just
I
like as soon as whiskey hits my tongue, I'm just like, this is bad.
yes.
But I
But
think the more I drink it, I'm chill. I'm like, this isn't the worst.
just for the sake of the show, our rating system goes 5 out of 5 is the main eventer, 4 out of 5 is your upper mid card, 3 out of 5 is the mid card, lower mid card 2 out of 5, and 1 out of 5 is a jobber. And you know what? This is solid in the mid card. And a lot of that is because of our bias against the whiskey. It's,
Grab this banana shit. Him for sure.
that's a troll tweet if I had never seen it.
Yeah. If I trained, I could probably beat everybody.
I've never thought to measure. I just,
No, because you look at it and you're like, holy shit, that thing is probably not going to fit down the toilet. And you just prepare the plunger.
I will say there has been those times where I've been
I
like,
used to live with you at one point. I
yes,
remember
there were
giant
times when
shits.
I've been going, damn, what the hell did I eat? And how much have I eaten? But yes. This is solid.
Tickle my cheeks.
You had to stand up because it wouldn't fit all the way in. It's terrible.
Oh god.
But this is
Let's just talk about poop.
yes. uh, but we're reaching our time limit soon. And you have to pee. I do say I feel like now I kind of regret. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I wanted to commit to drinking a full other one of these.
Mhm.
It's fine enough, but I wasn't ready to commit to a full thing, a full other can. Will I drink the rest of it? Yeah, probably. Do I want to? Meh.
I just say they
But
got their smaller cans. These are very chuggable.
yes, the small cans. Let's
I
face
think these are chuggable. They're doable. I would say I might even go upper mid card.
I don't want to go that far yet.
Okay.
I don't
Mid
want to
card.
push
Mid
it that
card. I'm
far.
pushing it. I'm pushing it.
Yes. The first sip, I thought jobber right out the bat. Right out the bat, I was like, first sip, bullshit. This is a jobber. You don't even get an entrance. You're just standing in the corner. I mean, I'll give it a Barry Horowitz in the beginning. Barry Horowitz at best. But mm-mm. And then as I progressed, I wanted to just give it a release and wish it well on its all its future endeavors. And then I wanted to file a trademark and take all of its royalties and release it. But then it kind of started coming back around, and I decided, we'll bring it back. Maybe not get the Goldberg treatment, but you're reasonable. Let you come back. We'll have a solid run. Maybe win a mid card title. Like not the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe like at best the U.S. Championship. We'll let you get a good 2-week run. Then you'll drop it to, I don't know, MVP, and then there you go, sailing off into the sunset as a mid card champion. You got a decent run, but you can go back and be an indie darling. That's my thoughts on it. Solid mid card.
Okay. We agree. This is if it's at a party, you'll drink it and you'll have a good time. That's what I would say.
Solid.
If you can get past how much whiskey tasting it is.
Yeah, if you hate whiskey, you're gonna have a bad time. But if you really like whiskey and you particularly like Jack Daniels,
pretty good.
You'll have a lovely adventure. Now, this has been Best of the Bottom. Bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. You can see our socials down there at the bottom on Instagram, Twitter, also the TikToks, as mentioned before, is also bottom class, as you can see right here. There you go, bottom class on the TikToks, and you can see some of our bullshit that I've put up there. There's my wicked shrimp. Good times. But you can see all that random stuff there. Oh shit, the thing's still playing in my headphones. I'm just hearing Kurt say, "What a wicked shrimp." You might like this. Like I said, me and my whiskey days are done. They're done. We had our time in the sun. It was lovely while we were there. But oh, the terrible nights. I would say the biggest problem is the first time I ever blacked out, it was on whiskey. The first and only time I blacked out was on whiskey. All I remember, it was a bottle of Evan Williams. I slammed the last little bit of it, and then whoop.
I want to say mine was Long Island iced tea.
Also has whiskey.
Yeah, that fucked me up. I cannot drink that.
Yeah. And from then on out, it was terrible.
Had it once, never will have it again. I mean, I've had like shooters of Long Island iced tea, but I would never get a whole drink.
Yes. But if you're watching us right here live on Twitch, we're live every Monday night, Mountain Standard Time, or 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. If you're on the YouTubes, please give us like, share, subscribe, click all those buttons, and join our family. We also have a website called ParacoProductions.com, because that's the name of our production company, is Paraco Productions, because, I thought I was creative at the time. And, we love you guys. We just want you to come join our happy, ridiculous, dumbass family. Just bring it in. Bring it in. And we will see you next time. Tasted pretty good.